Hey there, Chad here for the AI Content Dojo. In this video, I just want to kind of go over Conversion AI a little bit. I've been asked a few times now if it's easy to use Conversion AI to create content. And kind of the subtopic to that is, will I be able to make good content without any writing experience? And yeah, I just want to kind of go through that a little bit because writing can kind of feel like a struggle, right? Sometimes, even if you're an experienced writer, there can be times where you just don't feel like writing, or you've got a deadline, you have to write anyways, but you just don't feel it. It's not coming to you. It's just not always easy to get the words out of you, down on paper, or into the computer. And the writing experience needs to be something that's enjoyable. Not just for you, but obviously for the readers when you're done at the end of the day with your article. And there's a lot of tools out there, and I've done extensive amount of videos and stuff about Shortly, and I'm kind of turning my attention towards Conversion AI a little bit more now, partly because Conversion AI actually acquired Shortly, if you didn't know that. And so I am in testing with their new stuff, that Conversion AI's new stuff, to bring the power of Shortly into their tool. And it's going to be awesome. You're going to learn more about that on June 29th when they announce and show off the new features. But until then, the demo that I'm going to follow or show you in this video is from the current version of Conversion AI. And I'm going to do it in a way where you can use the low price plan, the $29 plan that gets you 20,000 words generated. And if you're not a Conversion AI member right now, or subscriber, if you don't use the tool yet and you're not paying for it, if you follow the link in the description, you'll get an extra 10,000 words, so that you'll be able to do more content if you want to. So is Conversion AI easy to use? Yeah, it is easy to use. It's actually pretty intuitive if you think about writing in a little bit of an inverse kind of way. But instead of writing your content like you would kind of like on a typewriter, where you just start at the top and just continue writing through, it's a little bit more like you kind of sort of inverse that thinking. And I'll show you that in the demo. But the nice thing too about Conversion AI's stuff is that it's just, when I say intuitive, it just is. And I'll have to show you in the demo because it's hard to describe in words. But there's a little bit of an onboarding, phase when you first join. Especially when you're creating a new article, it's kind of going to help you create a title, get an introduction going, and stuff like that. I'm actually going to skip all the guided stuff and just show you how I would use, or how I use the tool to do some writing, and not do it the way that is guided. But needless to say that when you're in there and you're trying to do things, if you're inexperienced with the tool, it does have a bunch of ways of guiding you towards the content that you're looking for. And at some point, the Conversion AI is going to have some of the abilities that Shortly had, and literally it's going to be as easy as hitting that compose button to get the content you want. Okay, so yeah, you can make your next blog post a breeze with something like Conversion AI. That like I said, when you first start that new document, it's going to help you out with the title and the introduction, and then better yet is it's going to help you, give you an outline if you need it, or just some suggestions by looking at the different templates. If you get stuck, there's something like 40 something plus templates that will guide you to get the exact content that you're looking for in a specific point in your article. And so when I say writing power that will make you a content genius, kind of what I'm referring to is the Conversion AI Academy. So they've got a bunch of videos that show you how to use Jarvis. That's their AI writing assistant. Shows you how to use Jarvis to do a lot of things that are kind of like full, how would I say it, like accomplishments or goals that you might have for using a tool like this. Like for example, one of the videos will show you how to write a blog post. Another one will show you how to do a blog post using SEO principles so that it can rank. Another one might show you how to do Facebook ads using the tool. And it's always good to have a bunch of resources that are available to help you achieve your writing goals. And Conversion AI has a pretty extensive library of helpful guides and stuff going now. So it's definitely one of the benefits of using the tool. Here we go. Will I be able to make good content without any writing experience? Conversion AI can take over quite a bit of the responsibilities that kind of come with, writing. It could give you a bit more of a hands-off approach to the whole content creation process. What I mean by that is you could be, it's kind of up to you, but you could kind of be more in the editor role where you let the AI write the majority and then you edit it to give it your tone, your voice, make sure there's no obvious mistakes or plagiarism and things like that. Or you could, what I like to say, what you do with the AI is you kind of dance with the AI. Is like you write a bunch and then let the AI augment your words and, with additional ideas and finishing your thoughts and things like that. So yeah, a tool like this is perfect if you're looking to enhance your writing skills and also kind of fill in some of those gaps that you might fall short in, especially when you're just a beginner, I mean, if you lack the flair of William Shakespeare or the dialogue of Aaron Sorkin, Conversion AI can help you out. But as you can see right here, all joking aside, right? This tool can elevate your writing. Good content comes from practice and study, though. And so what I mean by that is if you're not a writer yet, if you're just beginning, then there's going to be a point where your articles are just going to end up just short of where they probably their fullest potential, I should say. But that's not your fault. It's not the AI's fault. It's just that you haven't gotten that far in your writing experience yet. And it comes with practice. It comes with study. It's like, a tool like this is not going to just make you have, the best articles in the world automatically without having to try. At the end of the day, this article is yours. You're writing, whatever it is that you're writing is yours. It's your content. The AI is just here to help you. So you do have to practice and get better at your craft. But the nice thing is it's here to help, and you can produce some really good results. And then it's the kind of tool too that I like to say it grows with you. It doesn't actually like get smarter or any better at it. It's just that as you get better at using the tool, you can get better content from it. And so yeah, it's a pretty good experience. So Jarvis is the AI assistant that writes with you. See, now the key word here is with. It doesn't write for you. It writes with you, meaning that you can make good content with less experience. But again, good content comes from practice and study. I'm probably going to say that 2 more times or so, at least in this video. And if you're looking to enhance your writing skills, though, let Jarvis get in there and help you out, right? It's going to be able to sort of jazz up your content, especially when you get in there and you're using like the content improver template and things like that. In the background there, the GPT-3 AI, which Jarvis uses, is so good at doing that type of work that, it really helps you kind of boost your ability. And watch it, follow it, and let that kind of help guide you a little bit too. But then also combine that with what your studies are. If you want to be a student of writing, make sure that you are actually seeking sources of information to learn from as well. And then combine that with what Jarvis is getting you to fix boring blog posts. If that's your thing, if you're a blogger, Jarvis has the content improver capability. That's like, it's kind of interesting because it's a template on one side, and then in the new content, I guess you can actually use it in the LongForm editor right now if you have the pro version of the plan. But it'll help you expand your sentences, fix your grammar, and even rewrite stuff for a 5th grader. But after a while of using it, you're going to kind of get to the point where, Conversion AI will feel like second nature. You're just going to flow through your content. It's going to help you craft some catchy content, or compelling email, whatever it is that you're trying to write. And yeah, so I think it's about time for demo, right? Let's look into how you might start a blog post or something, because one of the biggest questions I get is it possible to write decent long form content with Conversion.ai? And yes, it is possible. Now, I'm on the pro plan, so I have the long form assistant, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to show you how to do something using the regular old blank document. And this is just because the UI it gives you. You could just use the templates directly and copy and paste them into like a notepad or something if you wanted. That's pretty much exactly what's happening here. Just have the notepad built into Conversion.ai instead. This is called power mode. If you want to, switch, get rid of this stuff here, push it off to the side so that you can just write. You just click here to go to focus mode. If you have Surfer SEO and you want to do SEO optimization, the integration is here. You can click on that to bring that up. I don't have Surfer SEO, so I'm not going to be using that today. So, okay, let's just say that I have a topic, a general topic, and I want some ideas. So I'm going to go here. My company name in this case is going to be Tokyo. Actually, you know what? Let's go down to headlines, because I think it's called Perfect Headline. Let's do it this way. This is what it's already filled in. See, because I've done this before, just as a quick test before the video. I'm going to do an article on find the best ramen in Tokyo. Tokyo Spark is my website company name, and it's for travelers, and I want to sound wise. So let's generate some headlines here. See what we got. See, these are the headlines that were generated last time. I'm just going to go ahead and generate more. The best ramen in Tokyo. Add new places to your travel itinerary. Find the best ramen in Tokyo. Discover hidden gems around you. Yep. Actually, that's the way we're going to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. This is going to become the title, but it copies all of them. If I paste it over here, here's what I want, though. I'm going to see if I can, let me just capitalize this, and then, take this and do that. Best ramen in Tokyo. Make that little. Discover hidden gems. This is a feature of macOS to do with capitalization stuff. Just because I like to make it look like a title. All right, so I'm going to copy that because this is what will be the title. I'm going to go back up here to the blog stuff. So what are the components of a blog post anyways, right? You have a heading or a title, right? So we've got our title. And then you have an introductory paragraph, probably. An outline that kind of goes through the various sections of your content, right? So what do we need after a title? Let's put a blog post. And we're going to change this to the new title we just made. And let me see if I can clear these things out. Okay, so the best ramen in Tokyo. This is what I just copied here. Is the title. And my audience is for travelers. So let's generate some content. Now this is not normally so smooshed up like this. This is me zoomed way in so that you can see it on the video easier. I've compiled a list, each of its own. Yep, that's okay. That's really good. So for me, I've lived in Tokyo for 24 years. I might start a blog post that way because, I can say something like, you're looking for best. I compiled a list of my favorite eateries that are hidden gems I've found over the last 24 years. If I edit that and add my own flair, that's going to be pretty powerful. Tokyo is a huge city, so it's not surprising that there are some gems hidden in the neighborhoods. Might be hard to find them unless you know where to go. Yeah. It's a good one too. Lucky for you, I've done all the hard work. All right, I like this one. It's a little lighter, a little bit more aloof. All right, so here's my intro, and then now we need an outline. So find the best ramen in Tokyo. This one wants the blog post topic again. Let's take this, copy, paste. I want to sound casual, so I just put casual there. Generate. And hopefully we get a nice little outline we can put in here. and that will give us the start of our sections, and then we just need to get a conclusion, and then we can fill in the sections. Ramen is a food eaten by many people in Japan. Is one. Okay, it's a little wordy, isn't it? Seems like not what I want, but that's good that it did this, because sometimes the AI doesn't quite generate everything perfectly on the first try, and it's good that I got to show you that. So you just generate again and check it out. Okay. All right. This is Jarvis not having a good day right now. This almost looks like, I need to. I'm going to keep that there because I need to report that to the team. This is a list of actual ramen restaurants. Yeah, the Ramen Museum sounds like weird, but it is actually a real place. Ippudo, Tsuta, Kizuna, Hokkaido Ramen, San Toka. Yeah, these are real places, but that's not what I want. All right, let's see. Can we up this a little bit? Let's just do this. So normally it wouldn't probably wouldn't take this long, but like I said, I'm glad I get to show you this, because a lot of videos will be like, oh look, you just go through everything super fast as if like it's perfect every time, and it's not. So many types of ramen, best ramen to use. Yep, Japan Times is a good place. All right. Let's go with this one. Just paste that in there. All right, and now let's see if we can get ourselves a conclusion. Okay, this is from something else. All right, and the main points. So that would be basically your outline, and without the numbers. So bear with me while I delete numbers. And almost there. Okay. Call to action. Check out more of my site for other types of dining or something like that. Casual is good. Generate. Takes a little bit here. It's trying to think of 3 different conclusions to this. Ramen is a popular dish that has become so popular. It has become popular in America, but that's not what we're looking for. Yeah. Okay. Let's use this one. Paste that in there. Of course, we don't want this to be showing to a user at the end of the day. And we should probably break this up a little bit so it doesn't look so like a big long, here we go, pile of text. Okay, so now the only thing left to do is we pretty much have the majority of our article sort of structured. We got the beginning, we got the end. Now we need the sections, right? So you would do something like this. Now obviously this needs to be something that you are yourself very well aware of, right? Like you're not writing about something you have absolutely nothing to do with. Like you don't understand it in the slightest. Then it's gonna be really hard to create a piece of content that the reader is actually going to resonate with. So I've been in Japan for 24 years, so I know what is ramen and why you should care. So okay, let's do this, and let's see if we can get I wonder if we could probably have little mini intros, right? We could do this if you wanted. I mean, there's multiple ways we can get this content. And so let's see. Let's change this to foodies. See if Jarvis is aware of foodies. And we'll just generate some more. What is ramen and why you should care? And we'll get like a little introduction paragraph to this section. Then we can write some more of our own. Then we can move on. Yep, yep. Yeah. Okay. Good, good, good. All right. So you put this in here. Boom. And I've got Grammarly going, so let me turn off Grammarly so I don't get those little lines everywhere. So I got an intro to that section. Obviously, I need to say this over and over again, but make sure that you're editing and changing this stuff to your tone, to your voice, and always have your reader in mind. The reader is who's you're actually creating this stuff for, so make sure that you're giving them everything that they actually need and not just generating content or creating content just for the sake of creating content. You need to actually be solving a problem or entertaining somebody or helping them giving them reasons to purchase your products or whatever it is that you're creating your content for. And so yeah, I'm not going to go through everything, but let's say that you're getting to the point where there's some good parts to your article and there's some parts that you're thinking like, well, like I'm not sure how I want to make this better, but I kind of want to make this better. You could probably do, or not probably, you can use Conversion.ai to do some things for you, right? Let's see. Let's go down to the conclusion. And today we have more. So if you're looking for some, let's see if we can. Let's rewrite this, rephrase this, because it's not quite what I want. Nope, I don't want it to specifically talking about a certain place. Come visit us at our restaurant. It thinks that I'm a restaurant writing the article. It could be, and that could have been good if you are the restaurant creating articles to draw people to your establishment. That would work. Anyway, you get the point. Like, this rephraser can help you, like, when something doesn't quite match what you want, you can kind of, yep. So here's the thing though too. The reason why that's a little bit less on point than some of the content you find in the templates is because it's less focused, right? So if you think about it, I highlighted this, right? The only thing it knows in there is looking for Japanese culture. We've got cooking. It doesn't even say anything about ramen or anything like that, right? So this doesn't really know. If I highlight this and I just use the rephraser doesn't have any context to understand because it's only using what is highlighted, right? So that's one thing to keep in mind when you realize that the rephraser is not giving you everything that you need to get the right content back from it. Just look at the sentence that you're highlighting or look at the parts that you're highlighting and think about the context a little bit. To the AI right now, this looks like it's talking about Japanese culture and it has something about cooking and loving good food, right? But it doesn't know anything about ramen at all. So that's one thing you might try and like sneak the word ramen in there or something like that, and then use the rephraser so that you can get back the content you want. But just a quick tip. But anyway, so what you do is you just kind of go through that process. You give yourself an intro paragraph, you write some more, and you do that for every section that you have. At this point, for what has been written so far, it's 303 words. And so you're probably looking at a 6-section article getting you to about 1,200 words when it's all said and done, which should be a pretty good article depending on if you're trying to rank it in Google. There's a lot of factors, but as you can see, the actual effort it takes to create this content so far has been really easy. It's been pretty intuitive. Just to do a quick recap, I'm going to zoom out here just a little bit and show what this would look like kind of from a high level view. So here's my article. Here I used the perfect headline template, right? So I need a headline because this is a brand new article. So I used the perfect headline template. Write this out. I used the combination of a couple of findings from this one to create that. I used that inside of the blog post outline or intro paragraph right up here. I've reused it since, but this was pasted here, and then we got our intro paragraph to put here. Then we needed an outline, So blog post outline, put this title there again, get the outline, put the outline in. After I put the outline in, I use the conclusion to just cap off the end of the article. And then it's time to fill in the content in the middle. Especially filling in the content in the middle is the dance part, where you're going to have to do some writing too. Don't expect Jarvis to do 100% of your article for you. You're going to end up in a weird place, and it's not going to be your voice that you're sharing to your reader. So the other thing is when you're all done with your article, you with all AI written articles, you need to use a plagiarism checker, and you need to fact check. So if it says things like names or places or tells you some statistics, things that sound like facts, make sure you check them out, because the AI, well, sometimes it mixes up facts, or sometimes it just kind of makes up its own. And it sounds so confident when it uses them that if you don't know your topic well enough and you leave it in your content, then it's going to become a little obvious that it wasn't you who wrote it, because in some cases the fact is so off and so wrong that anybody who knows the field would be like, no, that's not real. And so your article will be discredited, and you don't want that. So yeah, that's the demo. And again, if you aren't a subscriber to Conversion.ai, please use the link in the description. If you purchase through that, Conversion.ai will leave a small donation, a small commission for the AI Content Dojo, so I continue making guides and things like this to help you with all these cool AI tools. And if you're not in the AI Content Dojo Facebook group yet, get over there, do a search on there for the group, where we help each other use AI tools to, make awesome content. And until next time, take care.